From the Swedish Genealogy Guide, I'm Jeff Morris, and in this lesson I'm going to read through a Swedish birth and christening entry from 1792. This example comes from Österplana Parish in Skaraborg County. It's a really good example of romanized and Gothic cursive handwriting in the same entry. The first thing you want to do is get used to the format of the record you're looking at. There's a couple things that stand out to me right away. The first one is that the column headings were all written in the Gothic style of cursive handwriting. And then the other thing is that this person used a lot of abbreviations, which we will go through when we read one of the entries. I'm going to start by going through the column headings, starting from the left. So the first letter is M, and then it's a letter O, which is the A with a circle above it. And notice that he did not close the A at the top. This is a very typical example of Gothic handwriting. And then we have the letter N. This word is an abbreviation for månad, which means month. And then the next column is FD, which probably stands for födelsedatum, which is a birthday. And then the next column heading is DD, which is döpelsedatum, or the christening date. The next column heading is the word namn, which is N, A, and look how he did not close the A at the top, and then it's MN, which is the name given to the child at the time of the christening. And then it is F, R, A, L, D, which is an abbreviation for föräldrar, which means parents. The next column is H, E, M, W, I, S, T. The word is hemvist, referring to the place of residence. And then the next column is F, A, and he did not close the A at the top, D, D, R, A, R, which is fadrar, which means godparents. Let's read through the first entry. So this child was born on March 31st and christened on April 1st. Her name is Stina, and the number 12 underneath her name refers to how many children were born this year. The father's name is Anders Bom, and then the next letter you see is a capital H in a typical Gothic handwriting style, and that H stands for hustru, which means wife, and her name is Maria Eriksdotter, and she is 34 years old. Now the next word is a capital S. Now I like to call it the loopy S, because the pen started up on the left side, came down, made a little loop at the bottom, and then came up on the right. And then it's O, L, D, A, T. Now I'd like to show you just a couple tools that are going to help you in being able to decipher this handwriting. So I'm going to go to the homepage of the Swedish Genealogy Guide. I click on the word links. I scroll down to the section for handwriting, and there's two links that are right here. The first one says Gothic alphabet examples. Now I click on that, and this is a list of Gothic handwriting examples that is found in the Family Search Wiki. And you can download this as a PDF for free. And it gives examples of both uppercase and lowercase. Now, this is a great tool to be able to figure out what a letter might be, but the challenge is knowing where one letter begins and the next letter ends as you're trying to read through an entry. So the other link refers to Gothic Handwriting Tool. And I click on that, and this is a tool that was created in Sweden in 2014, and it's really neat because what you do is you just type in the letter using your keyboard. So here's a capital S, and you can see that's a nice loopy S, O, L, D, A, T. And this tool is available for free, And what it does is it allows you to see what the letters would look like when they are all connected to each other. And then you just go back to your entry and see how close of a match it actually is. The other tool that, really the next step would be to figure out what a word means. So I'm going to go back to the Swedish Genealogy Guide homepage. I'm going to click on Dictionaries, and I'm going to the Swedish Historical Dictionary Database, or SHDD. I scroll down, I type in the word SOLD, and then I come down and click on Search. And I scroll down and look for a match. And so here we see the word soldat, which means soldier. So the dad's occupation is he's a soldier, and that's why he has a non-patronymic name of Bom. So let's go to the next word in that column. So it is the word B-O-E-N-D-E-S, Boendes, and that's referring to where these people are residing. And then the next word is P-O, which is the A with a circle above it, which means on, at, or by. And then we have a place name. The word is Kleven. And the next word is W-I-D. Vid means nearby. And then the next place name, I went to the household examinations place index of this time period to just look at this match because he's abbreviated it here. And it turns out that the place name is Törnesätter. Okay, so the next column we have a M-F, and that stands for man fadrar, the male godparents. And he's abbreviated the name A-N-D, probably Anders or Andreas, and the last name is Smed. And then it's W-I-D, vid, which means at or by, and then it's Kortorp. That's where he's living. The next one is Jonas, and then the letter I is the word E, which means at or by. And then it's R-A-N-N-E-G, and then it looks like there's a little N on the end. And that stands for Rennegården. The next abbreviation is a DR, which stands for Dräng, which means that this guy was either a laborer or he's an unmarried man. And his name was Bengt. E means at or by, and he is living on a place called Nollgården, which was just N-O-L-G. And then you've got the letter I for E, and then again it's Törnesätter. So Nollgården is a smaller farm that is nearby Törnesätter. And then the next godparent is Anders. Letter I means E, at or by, and he's living at Mellomgård, M-E-L-L-O-M-G. And the next word that you see, the next abbreviation you see is I-B-M, and that stands for Ibidem. It's a Latin word that means of the same place. Now the next abbreviation is QF, which is Kvinnfadrar, meaning the female godparents. And then we have the capital H, which stands for hustru, meaning wife, or in this case it's Mrs. And then her name has been abbreviated C-A-T-H-R for Katrina or Katrin. The letter I means at or by, and she's living at Masagård. And then you have this IB, which is another way of writing the Latin word ibidem. So now the next abbreviation is a capital H, again stands for hustru, which means wife, or Mrs. in this case. And then it is K-J-E-R-S-T-I-N, Kerstin. And the IBM means of the same place. So she is also of Massagord. And then we have the capital P, I, G. And that's an abbreviation for Piga, which means single woman or female servant. And her name is Ingrid. And then the next word is P-oa, which is poa, meaning at or by. And she lives at Lövholm, which is a farm in or nearby another place called Vedum. The last female godparent is a woman named Annika. And the letter I is at or by, and she's also of Nollgård, which is nearby or within Turnäsäter. Okay, well, with that, we are done. So I hope you enjoy these new tools, and that as you practice reading this Gothic handwriting will become easier for you. If you appreciate this content, please give it a like or share it through one of the social media channels. Thank you.